That, like, she might make a couple $1,000 off this. Sure, maybe. But nobody's gonna rebuy this bullshit because it's actually trash. Of course, but I trust who are gonna make them. I think I gotta wait in some reviews because I feel that she just naturally is blessed with long, amazing lashes. Exactly, she has the most beautiful natural lashes. I'm not hating on her. Actually sits better on your lashes.
We're gonna skip a little bit. We're gonna skip a little bit. We're gonna skip to a little bit, like in the middle, I think. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. Let's skip a little bit to Matt. We're gonna go to Matt next. Stop it. Okay. I'm trying to finish it. Where's Matt? Wait. Trying to go to Matt's part. Okay, we'll go. 28 minutes in. Here's Matt's part.
I can tell it's not ready.
It's a fucking...
Okay, here's Matt's part.
Abby's the dick. Abby wants, and if you want proof of that, go back to this moment. Remember this moment? Things in this water running over the right temperature for you, and it's not all really.
I can tell it's not ready.
It's a fucking cup of water, asshole. No, I felt like 6 ice cubes in there, but assuming I can totally do the last ice cubes. I'm so sorry. Okay. No, you want to? You're getting to.
I'll do it here. I'll do it at a different angle. So, Matt, you know, he tried to make Abby happy with a cup of water, and Abby pushed back. Like, I don't know why she pushed back. Like, it wasn't necessary for her to do that. She said she only wanted 2 ice cubes when Matt put 6. But it's just, I agree with Josh. It's just water, or it's a cup of water. Like, Abby didn't need to do that. Like, she didn't need to. She didn't need to do that.
I'll just do another one. It's fine. It's really okay. I think it's mom. Her mama's sick. Just sitting there looking at her. Her mama's right here. You're like, that's what. And you know what? I like Abby's mom. She's quite pretty. I'll give you that. But you raised that. That's kind of your fault too. Just need you to know that. And I think she looks at her daughter sometimes like, did I? I mean, the dad probably.
Hey, baby. What's wrong? What's wrong, Trinity Boo? What's wrong? You're on cuddle. Right, we'll be back. So, Matt tried to make Abby happy, you know? And we think, oh, hold on. We're back. What's wrong? Oh, this is my little sister, Trinity Blue, or Trinity. Are you okay if that's your name? You are? Okay. Thanks. Let's continue. So, yeah, you know, Matt, he might feel like he has to do these things to make Abby happy so that she doesn't, like, do or raise her temper. So that her temper's not raised. What are you doing? Hey, can't finish up the video? I want to finish it. Okay. I want to finish it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It'll be finished too. Don't worry. It'll be finished in a little bit. Okay. Let's continue.
Had a lot to do with you. You should take a step back and have a conversation. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
It's
My
alright.
bad. So Abby's the tyrant. But look at this video. Like, and maybe he was egging her on for the video. No, I won't leave the dishes. You just had surgery, dude. I don't want to talk to you. Now, everybody laughs at that. They deleted that video. I think I can't find it on their channel. It exists everywhere else on TikTok. But now that we look at that, now that we're presented with all this new information, Abby has even herself in the new podcast, which we're going to take a look at in a second, has told you
What'd you
that
do
she has anger
there?
issues. Have they ever seen her before?
Trinity.
Something's coming out
What do you
about what's happening.
do?
And Abby can see it ahead. I think that this marriage isn't gonna last. And I used to think it was because of Matt was how he is. So I honestly think that Matt one day is gonna wake up and be like, I'm done with this shit. Sexually. And so we see this and we see that not, but I need you to understand, so be with me on this. Now that we see Matt's behavior like in this video right here, this is the most recent video. And this is how it opens. My wife is super hot. So today, and her face is like, thanks. I know I'm super hot. Pregnant. Like, this guy's an old fashioned, tries to write her songs. And I know what that feels like, because I wrote my wife's songs before. Can I say this to you guys for real?
Wait, here. Wait. So, I do like that Matt, tries to write her songs. He's very old fashioned. He likes to write Abby songs, and I don't think Abby likes them very much. But we're back. Wait, can you hold up the finger a little closer? Or your fingers? Oh, wait, you gotta swap it. There we go. Wait. Hold on, dude. Okay, we can do it right here. Okay, do it like this. Okay, hold up your fingers again. The peace sign.
I want you to push up, and I can do it.
Wait, no. Which button? No. Not yet. I'm not done yet. Hold on. We're back. Wait, you're holding up two fingers. Why are you flipping the camera off? Why are you doing that, Trinity? Oh. You're so sweet. You know that? You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Aww. You sweet girl. Wait, it's right there. It's right there. You turn the other one. Oh, you're so sweet, baby. Okay, I love you. Alright. Alright. Trinity just left to go back in the bed in my parents' bedroom. So let's continue. as I was saying, Matt likes to write her songs. You know, that's very. I do applaud Matt for that. He's very old fashioned. But I don't think wives like guys writing them songs. It just. I don't know. I like it. I like Matt writing them songs. But I don't know if Abby or girls in general would like it. But hey, I applaud you, man. Good job, man. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. That's a good thing you did. But I feel like Matt has to do these things to make sure Abby's temper doesn't go up. You know, make sure her blood pressure, or make sure she's not getting angry. You know, we thought Matt was the bad one, but it's Abby. I mean, Abby was really emotional after her miscarriage. She had a miscarriage, and they exploited it on the internet. And she was really emotional afterwards, understandably so. And Matt, he didn't grieve the same way. But now, a couple months later, the tables are flipped, and Abby is now the tyrant, and Matt does these things to appease her and to please her and make sure she's not upset. So Abby's the bad one. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's continue. We're gonna skip a little bit. Okay.
She wants to. It's not your fault. She doesn't like anybody. She's a flaming bitch. I volunteered myself to rate all 14 of her new maternity clothes, and this is outfit number 1. Oh, babe. No. That's a no for me, dog. No. That's huge. And I think Matt is literally to the point where I'm gonna say it aloud. I think Abby withholds sex from Matt. I think she uses a bargaining chip in their marriage, and he's got to do it. I know a guy like this. Okay, you got like I've had a person. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I've had a person tell me like, Josh, I can do 99 things out of 100 correctly, and if I do that one thing wrong, no sex. Like,
Yeah. So apparently Abby withholds making out for Matt. Yeah. Or as a bargaining chip in their marriage. Like, so Matt has to do these things to make sure she's not upset or she doesn't lash out. You know? Like, I think that's the point where Matt is at. It's not, and I agree with Josh, it's not Matt's fault that Abby doesn't like the songs that he writes. She might not like Matt. I don't know. She likes him but doesn't like him. You know? Anyway, let's continue.
and this is a bargaining chip with inside their marriage. And it makes me feel so bad because I'm like, I can't believe you can live like that. Like, I should never. If you have to bargain with your wife or your husband to do things in order to get the intimacy of your marriage, you are not in a healthy marriage. I don't know how else to say that to you guys. I don't know how else to say that to you. That is actually crazy. If you any wives out there,
So, yeah, I agree with Josh. Like, if you have to bargain in your own marriage, then you're not in a healthy, like, marriage and relationship. You know, that's not very healthy, or that's not a very stable marriage if your wife is holding intimacy, you know, those private moments of intimacy from you, or making out, like those private moments of intimacy of, you know, between you and your spouse. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue on. We're almost done. I think we'll end it pretty soon.
and you're mostly women who watch this. If you use that as a bargaining chip to get what you want, and I say that like serious, because there are times where you're like, I'll make jokes, so like, I'll kill a spider, my wife says, kill that spider, I'll do whatever you want. It's different. But I'm saying, when it comes to the serious side of the marriage, and this is like bad advice you didn't ask for. But if you are you literally using that, I'm telling you, your husband doesn't want that. That we don't want to be like giving it as pity. I'm telling you, man. That does not feel good. No, thank you. I would rather not. Okay, I'd rather not. So, I honestly believe that's what happens in marriage. Matt loves sex. He talks about it all the time. He's sex obsessed. Okay? And it is his cross to bear, I guess. Some men are of the higher, there's always a higher driver in a relationship, right? And men are usually the high driver, not all the time, but men are usually the high driver, and women will use that to their advantage. I get it. I understand the concept of marriage and what you have to do inside of a marriage. It all exists. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. You can use it to get what you want, but if it's always the same thing, if your husband didn't do this, that, and the other thing, and you're like, well, I don't want to. If you're using it as a reward, that's fucking healthy. Just saying. Okay? And I think Matt has to do these things because he feels that that's what he needs to do to get these. You know what I'm saying? And I think Abby honestly withdraws it from him. I think she takes it from him when he doesn't do the right thing.
What was great about this top is that it's actually, let me show this, it's actually pumping and nursing friendly. So like I can wear this like after it comes too.
I really like that color on you. I feel like gray is your color because of your eyes.
I work out, I love
Nobody talks to her like that, by the way. Can I be real? I was like, oh yeah, really? I'm like, what? And maybe I'm the opposite, but like I buy my wife's clothes a lot of times too. Not as much anymore. She's really embraced spending money on herself, which I really love. But like I still do. I still buy her stuff. But oh my gosh, can I tell this story? I sent her a video of an Instagram lady wearing what's called a milkmaid dress. And if you don't know what a milkmaid dress is, be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Skip a little bit. 36
Abby,
minutes.
because they were afraid of how she would react. That's nice. Why would you be afraid of how she's going to react? Because that's how scared everybody is of Abby. Because everything's so everything that she tells you about, like, I don't know anything, it's all a lie. And you know how we also know it's a lie? Is because the woman who said, I don't like, people don't really care about what we have to say, blah, 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 which I liked at the beginning, started another fucking podcast with, I think, her sister. Everything I thought about Abby, I now take back. I was wrong, and I'm always right generally about this. And I'm so pissed at myself that that's how they get away with it. She comes across so genuine to everybody on the outside, but her inside circle fear her because she's a tyrant. But anyway, here's the video about her emotional management.
So I started therapy.
So, yeah, Abby's the one that is like a tyrant in their marriage. Like, Matt's to the point where he, like, let me think for a minute. What's it called? I do agree with Josh. Abby withholds making up from Matt. She withholds it. She doesn't let him do that. I mean, it's part of marriage. I get it, part of marriage. But Abby before was like, oh, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to go too viral. It's a lie. It's all a lie. I thought too that Abby was the good one, but nope, not anymore. She's the bad one, and Matt has to do these things to make her happy. Like, are these certain things so that her anger doesn't appear or lash out, And we're gonna talk about her mascara for a minute. Her mascara looks clumped. Like, my eyelash, right? So if it was in your eyelash, it'd be like a little clumpy, on your eyelash. So it's a very clumpy brand, or a clumpy result. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about something else for a minute. So I'm wearing this, like, camo green long sleeve shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really comfy. I know it's July. I know, but I wanted to wear a long sleeve today, so we didn't go anywhere. So it's fine. And these gray thin pants. So that's my outfit of the day, I guess. So it's really comfy. And I know some of you may ask, it's July, why are you wearing a long sleeve shirt in the month of July? I'm thinking, I just want to be comfy, you know? Like inside, while you're inside the house, and it's cool inside the house. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue. We have a little bit left. So let's continue on Matt and Abby.
Like a year ago. I read. Oh my gosh, it's been literally just over a year ago. Off and on, and I was like, okay, when I go in, I like had something else that brought me in, and then I was like, okay, once that goal was like kind of achieved, I was like, okay, my secondary goal is like really want to focus on anger management and like emotional regulation, which those two things are like kind of tied together. I think it's really important in therapy to have goals.
Just gloss over. You know what? I'm an angry tyrant, and I had to literally go to a therapist because I'm an angry tyrant. Because my family was like, you better go to a therapist because you're an angry tyrant. And so, you know what? I went because I'm an angry tyrant. You know what? I think we have that goals. And so she just glosses over like she's really patting it here. But you know that this other, I think it's Abby, this is her other name, Abby Taylor, I don't know this. But you know what? They all know way more than Raymond's. Let what they're like.
I will say, because sometimes I feel like I can just go in and just like, especially woman to woman, just chat, and it's like, wait, I want to have like a purpose for this.
Sure.
And so like that was my goal. I was like, I don't know how long that'll take, how it works. It was specifically for like my marriage because I feel like I kind of had this under wraps and like every other, like no one else can inside that out of me, and it's not.
Hear what she just said. She just victim blamed. No one else incites that out of me. She's blaming Matt for her insightful rage. Her spiteful, hateful behavior is all Matt's fault. But as we see Matt's behavior here, I honestly think that he just is a. I'm using the word aloof wrong, and someone told me that. But like, space cadet about it all. He doesn't realize it makes her even more angry. By the way, but we realize that Matt is actually like this because he thinks that this is how he has to be around her, so he does not trigger her enormous rage.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, Matt is the one showing what really is. It is, even though it's cringy. We see that it's super cringy. But he's showing the truth. She's the one lying.
Yup. That's true. So Abby's the one lying to a lot of people. And Matt is the one telling the truth. Which I actually I applaud Matt for not lying to everybody. You know, I applaud him for that. And Abby's the one lying to people on the internet and her family. So Matt has to be a certain way to not trigger Abby's, I guess, spiteful rage. You know, he has to be a certain way. But so yeah, I agree with Josh. He might not realize that it makes her more angry. You know, and he's like space cadet about it, like, oh, space cadet. You know, hold on, we'll be back.
Expected a different
We're
reaction
back.
than we did. That felt so good to hear. It felt so good to hear. I felt it. Yeah. And I didn't want to be like, I couldn't do anything. It's been like 8 months and I literally haven't gone crazy.
Not a fucking flex, Abby. That's not a flex. Are you kidding me? So what she's admitting here is that, like, look, I haven't been angry in 8 months. So that means you were angry for so long. It's not a flex, Abby. And it's not changed. Not really. People are still scared to tell her things and still walking eggshells. She's sitting there saying she's all pure. She's not, by the way, because my back end source is saying, people are still scared of her.
And so how do you feel? Like, it felt really good to have validation to like that happened, and I genuinely don't feel it inside me anymore. Like I thought it was one of those things that I'd always just be like angry, and then I just have to like excuse myself, decompress, and then like enter back in the conversation. But it's like no, like literally, I just don't even feel.
She didn't do that. She didn't leave the conversation, decompress, and come back. She didn't do that. Because that's literally how you deal with your anger. And that would be like a therapist, like, that's healthy. She didn't do that. That's why she went to therapy. So she's lying to you about this.
That like anger in her.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a long time ago, like in myself, but then for that to also be like something that he noticed too, felt like the final like this doesn't mean that I won't.
I get mad, I was just trying to like, I wasn't telling the truth. It's like, hey, I noticed they didn't get mad. Fly off the handle this time. That's really nice, thanks, babe. Imagine thanking your wife because she didn't fly off the handle and get angry. Oh my gosh. Are you hearing what you're saying right now? Holy shit. You're admitting something I don't think you realize that you're admitting.
Ever struggle with it? I don't think, but like a major win.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was possible. And I feel like that's a lot of, I don't know. That was like something I was like, I'll just always have to just try to manage that and like muscle through and fight against that. But I don't feel that way. Like
You're a liar.
I feel like I just genuinely don't feel like that angry anymore.
That's amazing. I don't see it, but that's amazing. Yeah, can you do that with me? Can you do that with the rest of the family? Everybody's scared of you, including your mother. Yeah, can you figure out how to do that with the rest of us? That'd be good.
Yeah, that's really.
So yeah, apparently, like, Abby's whole family is really scared of her. Yep. Like, they're scared of her because of how she's gonna react to certain things, you know? And, okay, I want to talk about something for a minute. Like, influencer speak. Influencer speak. Influencer speak. Influencer speak. Like, they say this is how influencers, like, speak with their hands. You know what I mean? And then Abby used the like after every second or third word. I mean, I don't necessarily judge people who do that, but it's just a little odd, you know? It's not necessarily weird, but it's like, it's odd, you know? It's odd. Alright, we're back. Let's see, just 6 minutes left. We'll do the last few minutes. Here we go. Let's see where our note is. Right here.
Oh, I feel really good. I was like,